What's up, everybody? Matt Powell at promec.com. Couple of things to remind you on. One, make sure you like, subscribe, and if you are subscribed, please hit the notification bell. That way, you always get a notification. We release videos weekly, so it's important that you get that notification so that you see it. So what we've been talking about tonight is the wedge. If you go to promec.com, you're going to see the wedge. If you look at previous videos that we've done, we do a lot of the wedge. The wedge is to cut force. It either cuts force or it opens force and holds force open. And so you'll see a lot of things that we do with the wedge because it is really kind of our ICM, our initial combative movement. We love the wedge. It allows us to crash in. It allows us to cut force on strikes. It allows us to do a number of different things. So tonight what we've been working on is we've really been working on just the mechanics of the wedge and what we're going to do with the wedge. So what I'm going to have here is I'm going to have John, my training partner, and he is just going to take his arm and he is going to just put it out like this. That's all he's going to be doing. Angle this way a little bit. So just keep doing that right there. What I'm trying to do is that I want you all to go back and look at all the videos that we've done on the wedge. And you want to go ahead and just, get me from the waist up. Don't worry about the feet right now. We'll get to the feet in a second. Is that what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the wedge. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take a couple of times and just kind of get hit in the face, not really get hit in the face. Go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's going to help me kind of understand my range. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my hands up. If you look back in our videos, we have our IFS, which is our fighting stance, which is right here. My elbows are tucked, protecting my ribs. My hands are up. They're protecting my face and my ears. Go ahead and keep doing it. 1, 2. Now I'm going to take a look at this and I'm going to decide where do I want to move in order to wedge. The point of the wedge, I'm just cutting the force. The point of the wedge is missed by an inch, missed by a mile. No, just keep going. I was going to let you hit me in the face so you guys can see that I am letting him get close. The point of the wedge is that when they throw that first strike, they throw that first jab, we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut it with that movement. Go for it. 1, 2. So I can step in. Use your training partner like a punching machine. It'll work his arms out. He'll get stronger. Then I'm going to see how now I'm bringing my hands back. You can speed it up. I'm always going to keep myself honest. I'm trying to get close to it now. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to incorporate a stutter step into it. So now we're going to look at footwork. How do you train footwork? And then we're going to go over to the heavy bag and I'm going to show you how to train this at home. Footwork is a matter of a small step to the side. We do not step to the side like Frankenstein. Go ahead and start. So your training partner is going to start with the punch machine right in here. I'm going to wedge 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to be doing this. That's where I want to start to move. The wedge is about cutting the force. Just keep going, same pace. This is where you start to work on your footwork, same pace. Where you can start to work. That was a big step. Okay, I'm going to go slower. You keep going the same pace. I just want to learn around this strike as it comes in. I'm going to let him hit me, okay? This is how you learn with this. So I'm just in here kind of showing you what you're going to feel like. Where are my feet at? Wait, how do I time this up? How do I go through this? On our Patreon, we've been going through the CLM. It's a series of books that we've released over the past more than a decade called Conceptual Learning Method. It's about perceptual learning. Talk about the attention weighting, imprinting, different things that go into the learning pedagogy that we teach here at Promec. And a lot of it comes back to attention weighting. It's putting the attention on the wedge. What's the mechanics of the wedge? How am I doing that? That's why you want the partner constantly doing it. Then it's asking that question of where do my feet go? Okay, let me work on my feet. Let me work through this. Let me go through it. This is not technique. We're not repeating this over and over and over again, trying to go if A, then B. If A, then B. There's other things that we can do with a strike. This is about the wedge. So work on it with your training partner. It's all about the wedge. It's about cutting force. You can pick it up over at promec.com. The Wedge, you can search for it in the shop, or you can join the Patreon for $5 a month and get it there. Now, let me show you with a heavy bag how to train this at home.